season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Oh, what a move. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Osa Odighizuwa
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Fields now to throw. Going to be caught here, left side, Moore.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Jets will take over.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
To throw is Fields.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense for the Jets, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's Fields. And this one too low.
Well, get man coverage on the outside. And my scouting report from these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Now it's Fields.
And that will be incomplete. Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. This one from 46 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Opposite.
They go play action with Lawrence. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire to about the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. Away.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Now Lawrence to throw.
That's complete to Lazard.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Colts at 500, 7-7 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And to throw again is Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Lawrence on third down.
And he'll just get rid of it. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. On second down, Williams. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 41. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
They juked him. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
He's taken down at the 33.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Throwing on second and long. Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
From the gun, here's Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
You ready?
Now a second down and 6.
Sit up.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Opposite. Check. Ready.
Now Lawrence.
puts him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
And his throw here's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lawrence.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The New York set to take the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Javonte Williams with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year.
As his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Got it. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw there complete to Mooney. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw.
The quick slant caught.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Lawrence will throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Colts have taken the lead.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
First down now, but that clock rolling. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Fields. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On second and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Fields now to throw.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tommy Trimble, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. On first down, Lawrence.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw again on second down, Lawrence. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 4.
Now Lawrence. That's complete to Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And that one, all even as they play the visiting Bucs. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And it's been the running game that's pushed them to this halftime lead. Over 100 yards as a team in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Colts, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. For the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. But Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, what a catch by Samuel.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
On the option to give to Williams here.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This one swung out to Williams.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Lawrence's throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Gain of 6. That's
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A first down carry now for Miller.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Darnell Mooney.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And the Jets set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route.
On first down, Fields. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
Julian Blackmon bringing him down.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Fields. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Trevor Lawrence, helmet on, ready to go as he brings out this offense.
Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to Johnson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From just shy of midfield,
Lawrence.
it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This will get the lead up to 7. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense.
And their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Now it's Fields. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
This pass complete to Higgins. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They give it to Williams, running right. Oh, good move. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Justin Fields.
Keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Jets have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Taken down at the 42. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find Lazard here over the middle.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now a first down throw, Fields.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Jets, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis,
this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left.
And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.